y'all, I'm back. Okay, I feel like it's been like 10 days. I did an interview. I had some other videos I need to edit. I had some interviews that I think y'all would want to see. But today, it's going to be a little rant, a little story time, a little life update to be like, girl, where you been at? I mean, it's only been 10 days, like I said, but maybe like 15 days since like a video like this. But y'all, I have been struggling with my weight, right? Hear me out. Don't click out. Hear me out. And I'm like, look, this is the final month I'm about to get it done. My birthday is next month. I'm trying to go into a new chapter with like better habits, better goals, more self-discipline. So to me, I gotta get it done this month. So I'm gonna show y'all a little snippet on where I am on day 6 with this weight loss goal. I'm making it happen, okay? Do you see that? I'm making it happen. So with this goal, I cannot weigh more than I did yesterday. I'm finally out of the 180s, but the biggest struggle is getting out of the 170s. So we shall see. Hold me accountable, check in on me, say a prayer or two, because I'm going to need that. I went back in my mind and I'm like, I was big before, okay? I was 150, but at the age I was, and I think maybe I was a little bit shorter, it looked a little hefty. And I remember being in school and people were like, are you on birth control? You know, what's going on? You look thicker. Like, they wasn't trying to say fat, but they was telling me, like, yeah, you got big. And, you know, dude was like, dang, Diamond, you busting out the seam. But I don't even think it was a compliment. Because, like, I didn't think my stomach was sticking out, but I guess I really was, like, plump. And so I was trying to figure out, in this age, how did I get down so small? Because I actually did lose the weight. So at that time, I did cut out carbs. I'm like, I'm not eating crackers, cookies, bread, rice, potatoes, you know, French fries, same thing as potato. But I'm like, I'm not eating none of that. You know, I'm only going to eat healthy. And I was still eating. I wasn't portioning better, I guess, but I wasn't eating those foods because every single day when I got out of school, I had a Jamaican beef patty and a croissant roll. No, pause. Let me not lie. I had 2 Jamaican beef patties and 2 croissant rolls and applesauce every single day when I came back from school. And when I was in school, you know, I didn't bring no money. I didn't buy lunch. So I used to eat everybody's little lanky fries that they didn't want no more. So I was eating fries every single day. Then I came home to Jamaican beef patty and my croissant rolls. And child, it just creep up on you. And at that time, I wasn't weighing myself. I wasn't worried about a weight because I've always been in shape. I've always had an athletic build. So I wasn't concerned about that. And I didn't even notice my weight change. It was other people that was like, Diamond, you getting a little. But you know, my coach, shout out to Coach Shauna, she gonna tell you like it is. She was like, dang, Diamond, you got big. You know, everybody else is like, oh, you think you on birth control? Girl, you look a little different. But, you know, her man let me know, like, you know, Lil Diamond ain't Lil Diamond no more. And I'm like, dang. So I went back to my mind. I said, okay, so I did change my eating habits, which I've been doing. So I'm trying to figure out, why do I still struggle with keeping the weight down? Or why is it taking so long for me to get to my goal? And at that time, I started working. Yes, I work now, but my job only requires me to sit down all day. And when I was at home, I would go from, you know, sitting down to laying down, sitting down to laying down, sitting down to laying down, and there was no activity. So I did start implementing the gym, and I started out just doing 30 minutes, and then I upped it to doing an hour of just between walking and jogging for a whole hour. And I had really good music, so I'd be like, okay, I'm going to jog until the second verse of this song, and then after that, I'm going to walk the rest of the way. And it was really good. But I don't know if it was because it's not consistent. Like, if it was, I don't know if it's because it was just that hour, and then I was just laying down, or what it was. So back, I know I'm all over the place, but like, I haven't talked to y'all in a while. So I was like, okay, at that time that I lost all that weight, I was working like a retail job. I always worked 2 jobs up until about 3 years ago, but I was working a retail job. So I'm constantly moving around, constantly walking, constantly going. And being on the floor and being in a job, you can't sit and snack all day when you home or you at your desk, or, you can snack all day, eat all day, order food, whatever. And it's not even necessarily that you're hungry per se. It's just the act of eating. It kills time. It's something to do. So for me, I was like, you know what? Desperate times call for desperate measures. So you want to know what I did? I applied to a retail job, y'all. Okay, so when I quit retail, I said to myself, I can never do this again, because it takes a special kind of person to deal with customers in a retail scenario. When you're dealing with clothes or shoes, anything that got to be returned, anything where, especially a discount store, where stuff could be marked down, or even just a regular store, when they got coupon, it be the struggle. So whatever feeling that was, I don't hold no grudge against the customers of the store. So I'm trying to remind myself of what that feeling was like so I can mentally get prepared for it. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to apply for this job. If I get the job, it's meant to be. Like, meaning, if they call me back, because I ain't calling you. But if you call me back, that means you really need help and you want me, and I'm going to take it. Because I was like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I was like, I don't really want the job. But like I said, so I ended up getting a phone call back maybe a few days after I submitted the application, and I was asked to come in for an interview the next day. I come in for the interview the next day. I'm still in awe. Not necessarily because I was shocked that I got the job per se, but I'm like, Diamond, you don't need a second job. Are you really about to do this again? Now, it would be nice to have a little bit of money, but y'all know retail, they don't really pay. Back when I was working in a clothing store, I was making $7.75. And then I moved, I think maybe I was getting $15 an hour at another job. Oh, I could be lying. But now it's back at $12. So when she was like, oh, $12, I was like, $12? At this big old age, $12? What? But I was like, you know what, Diamond? It's not about the money. It would be nice. Just think of it this way. You are getting paid to work out. This is consuming some of my time, but you got a bigger goal and you got to do what you got to do. In my mind, it's like, how bad do you really want this? How bad do you want to get your weight down? Do you want to maintain it? How bad do you want this? And then, girl, like, think of it as they're paying you $12 to walk around for a whole hour. The more time you walk, the more money you make. That's the mindset I'm in. So the big news is I'm about to be working a second job. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. And I feel like my generation, no disrespect to y'all, but y'all a little bit lazy. I don't know people still working 2 jobs. If you do, shout out to you, because I know it'd be a struggle. But I was, I was getting so much done with 2 jobs. Even though it consumed a lot of my time, I was still living life. I was doing interviews. Child, I was doing them out my house. On Sundays, I had all day. I was like, boom, I'm going to book all these interviews. I'm going to get all those done. And I was, worked during the day, and then I had a night job, and I was doing it all over again. I was getting done. I still was living life. I was still going to Ocean City, iSky, restaurants. I was still enjoying myself. So I figured now it's time. It's been 3 years. You done had a break. Go ahead and step back into it. Go ahead and get you that second job so you can reach your goals faster. And I don't plan to spend this money. I plan to save the money. So I'm going to save the money and be losing weight. So, it's a win-win. Time management is about to be very, very critical in my life. So I have to give y'all an update on how I'm managing my time. Because if I'm working Monday through Friday, sun up to sundown, when am I going to record videos for YouTube for y'all? When I'm going to do interviews? When I'm going to have time to edit interviews? When I'm going to have time to come up with new content? So it's about to be a journey. It's about to be a ride. But I'm going to make it happen. Because this is something I still want. So what I'm not going to do is work all these jobs and then just be like, oh, I'm tired. Oh, I can't do this. I'm going to give myself some grace, though. Because I ain't going to stress myself out. But I still have goals and I still have dreams. And so you just got to manage your time better. I created a morning routine. Even if I don't follow everything to a T, at least I have a guide on what to do. So I'm going to spend some time this weekend, get my life together, because y'all, I start on Monday. I didn't know it was going to be this soon. Like, she was like, yeah, you know, sit a background check. That could take about a week. And then we got to get you computer training, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, you know, I'm probably going to start like September. No, I start on Monday. I'm like, oh my God. But I'm excited. It's new. And I don't like, I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. So I don't like doing things I'm not good at. But I'm like, Diamond, you can't be in your little box, your little comfort zone. It's time. It's go time, girl. Get it going. Get it going. And I don't know if y'all noticed. Let me see if I can insert a clip of my face from my last interview. Because I was a little heavy. I'm a little heavy. My arms was a little bigger. Okay, but I'm slimming out. Your girl is slimming out. And so I want to keep it up. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, dang, am I going to quit the job when I lose my weight? Because I still feel bad. It still is a company, but, you know, they don't really care about you per se. Like, they'll just replace you with somebody else. Places are always hiring. But I'm going to be respectful. I'm putting my 2-week notice. But I might end up liking it. And I might have a good routine and a good rhythm down. I don't know. But I'm going to update y'all. But let me tell y'all about the interview situation, right? So, I leave from my 9 to 5, and I got to dress up for it. So I'm already dressed, cute, or whatever. Child, I need to do my hair. It's getting a little, yeah. But anyway, so I had dressed up. You know, I was already dressed up. And then my interview was at 6 because I'm off at 5. But I was like, I'm going to get there sooner. So let me go ahead and call her. So I called her. And I was like, hey, you know, it's Diamond. My interview was at 6. But if it's possible, I want to come in sooner. She said, yeah, come on in. Not that she did this because I'm on the phone. I can't see it. But that's what it seemed like she was doing. So I go in. She's like, hey, you know, come on, let's talk about a sales rag. I'm like, oh, I got the job at this point. Once she said, come talk about a sales rag, I thought I was about to go have a sit down. They was about to be asking you the questions that I just like, what's your greatest weakness? You know, what's the situation that you had to overcome? What's the hardest thing you had to deal with? And how did you get through it? And I was just like, okay, look, I'm too old to be in here lying, trying to figure out whatever. So I already had planned in my mind to say, I had a feeling he was going to ask me this, child. I don't know, but if you give me some time, I'm going to think about it. I was just going to be myself because at that point I was like, if they don't hire me, it is okay. I'm in a good position in life. So I'm not going to be just wild and disrespectful, but I don't have time to be making up something, ma'am. I don't know. Because if I tell you my weakness is a perfectionist, then you might be like, that's not the answer. But it kind of is because she did ask me, how do I do with criticism? And I'm not going to lie, it's still a struggle with me because I'm already hard on myself and I don't want other people telling me about myself. But I'm working on it. I'm working on like listening, taking it in, because how you going to get mad at somebody for trying to help you be a better person? So if you want to be this perfectionist, you want to be great at everything, then allow people to if somebody can actually point out, hey, Diamond, you might need to work on that, then work on it. Because your little perfectionist bubble clearly ain't that perfect if somebody's able to point out a flaw. So listen to them, especially but when you listen to somebody, you make sure you value their opinion too. So anyway, she was like, come on to the sales rack. So, you know, she walked over, her bra strap out, you know, just, I was just like, okay, this is just low key. This is different from my day job. Cool. So, you know, she asked me pretty much, you know, how was your retail experience? I said, look, it's been some years. I think it's been 6 years. Hold on, 2021. So it's been like 6 years since I worked in a clothing store. But child, I remember, I would be telling people, hi, how you doing today? And they'll be like, can you put that in the bag? Yes, I can. But how you doing today? I'm fine. And then the whole transaction is silent after that because you rude. You rude. I didn't do nothing to you. Okay. I would have that and I would say, no, the price says blah, blah, blah over there on the sales rack. So I'll wait while you go, blah, blah, blah. I'm not even arguing with you. Like, look, I'm on your side. Like, it's not taking money out of my pocket, but I mean, it's cameras watching on every angle. I'm trying to make sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. So, you know, I call on the walkie-talkie, John, can you come do a price check, please? And they just sitting there staring at me and I'm just like, okay, well, while you sit right there, let me go hang up some stuff. Let me go organize some stuff because I'm not trying to be looking in your face. But I'm you know, I'm what the Matrix likes. Okay, I usually fall in line. I don't really do too much moving waves, shaking stuff. So if I'm there, I know that I'm conforming to the company's rules and policies, and I'm backing the customer is sometimes right. Not always, but sometimes right. So, y'all, I just wanted to give y'all a quick life update, but the message today is, if you really want something, you gotta go hard. How bad do you want it? What are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to give up? Or maybe you don't give up. You don't give up anything. Maybe you just gotta manage your time better. So for me, I genuinely want to lose this weight, and I'm gonna do what I gotta do to do it. Yes, I can hire a personal trainer. I'm not trying to put out money to lose weight, okay? But nor am I trying to go to a gym all day long. Like, it's easier to drop the pounds when you're not thinking about it. When I was cheering, 1, 2, yeah, you know, it was just dropping down because I was doing something I enjoy. So for me, if I'm working, I enjoy making money. You know, it's not a lot in an hour. I could probably make more doing DoorDash, but I don't want to drive. Could do more maybe making Uber. I don't want to drive. So it works for me. My little $12, I'm cool with it, and I'm just gonna walk around and do what I'm supposed to do. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, but I actually got another video idea, so y'all might see me again. But peace, and thank you for watching.